Hey, what's going on, CoinOpTV subscribers? Robert welcoming you here. In this video, I want to talk about C, Episode 8, which is called The House of Enlightenment. This is the season finale of Season 1. There will be some spoilers on here. This is the C show on Apple TV+. I've been reviewing all the episodes so far. Enjoying the show overall, and I guess I'm sort of a little bit on hit or miss on the fence with this season finale. It sort of felt like basically they were like, hey, you know what? Let's renew this for season 2, and we'll actually cut off season 1 a little short, and we'll kind of blast through and rush through the season finale just to kind of have some cliffhangers to leave you hanging for season 2. And that's very transparent to me. I mean, you guys will have to let me know in the comments below if that's the way you thought or not. Some of these things I thought were going to like really drag out a little longer, a couple episodes or something, and they were just like, boom, no. We're done. We're done with that story and we're moving on. We're just setting up everything for season 2. So I hope when it comes to season 2 that they really kind of slow down, try and hit their stride, get a nice little pace to it where we can just kind of ease into all the characters and the story and the visuals and just give us like something very well thought out and well written and well directed. So we find out that the House of Enlightenment is actually a refurbished prison, and all of Jerlamarel's kids are here who have sight. He's got quite a little group of them, looks like about 8 or 10 or so, except the 2 youngest are from his son, Alaman. We're assuming that they were kind of traveled here from different areas, like Hanawa and Kofan, although that's not exactly clear. Maybe he had some of the kids while they're there since they're different age groups or something like that. In another part of the story, Tamakta pleads with Margaret to convince her sister Queen Cain to relinquish the throne to her so that she'll be the new queen, and that Queen Cain can lead or be like her second in command or something. He's really upset at the news following the Citadel getting destroyed. Jerlamarel gives him a tour of the prison, and there's set up there, shows him the library, the generator room. These, of course, are all setting up for a little bit of a battle later in the episode there. I thought the little tour was a little uninteresting and uninspired. It just did, it didn't really seem like there was a lot of mystery and stuff going on that really kept me engaged. And I was just like, okay, so they refurbished kind of a prison, and there's some water and electricity. It's like, okay, what now? Where are the secrets? Where are the shadows? Where are the people hiding and the secrets and all the clues and stuff like that. Speaking of other stories and stuff like that, Baba Voss, Paris, and Bolin, they're off on their own now. Everybody's kind of broken up into little different tribes or different groupings of people. They asked this tribe, the Valaya tribe, I think that's how you say it, to take care of Bolin, who was injured from the last episode, and then Baba Voss kind of goes out on his own and tells Paris, hey, I gotta find someone to kill you. You make a fire, it's getting dark. So find out that Jerlamarel is actually gonna sell out his kids to this random general, which we haven't seen or heard about yet, who lives in Travantes. Jerlamarel is actually not that charismatic. And when I was watching this episode, it reminded me a lot of, I forget if it was like season 4 or 5, of The Walking Dead, when they met the governor, and he kind of had his sanctuary and his group of people, and some of them he kind of tortured and converted and put in jail, and he had his little army. But the governor was like very charismatic, and he had his kind of phrases and his sayings, and when he wanted to convert somebody or something like that, he'd put them on ice, he'd put them on jail, he'd torture them, starve them. And in this episode, Jerlamarel is like, no really fancy phrases or things like that. And when he does actually trap up Kufan, which I'll talk about, shortly, he just kind of drops him in his jail cell for like, a few hours or something, and then has a little quick conversation with him. And then he's like, nah, I'm not going to convert you. Let's just go ahead and take you out back and shoot you in the head or something like that. And not that dramatic, not, that should have been like 3 episodes. Kufan should have been in jail. It felt like he spent longer in time in chains in prison with the slavers that captured him than Jerlamarel did trying to convert him over to the way, the Enlightenment way or something. So that's kind of a little disappointment there. Again, I was saying they kind of rushed through things. So speaking of rushing through, so we get back to the story with the sisters and Tamakta and Cain and Queen Margaret talking, and then Boots shows up, gives my man Tamakta a stab in the chest. I was just starting to really love this character, and I'm really bummed to see him I think dead. So it looks like he's dead. We didn't really see him buried. He's kind of ends where he's kind of hunched over. And I was just like, is he going to get up here? Did anybody, let me know in the comments below, did you think that Tamaki John was going to get up at the end of the episode there? But I tell you, Boots' loyalty just jumps from, it seems like episode to episode, Boots is loyal to somebody else. And he's renegade, gun for hire. You can't really trust him. And if they're smart, Margaret and Queen Kane, they'll get rid of Boots, because you can't trust that dude. It's cool that he can see, and it seems like he's a bit of a fighter and active, but you can't trust that dude. He's out for his own. Getting back to Jerlamarel, so yeah, he tries to convert old Kofin. He's like, nope, not happening. Take him out in the back. We're thinking, oh, is this it? Is this it for Kofin? There's no way. They're not gonna just kill him randomly. And then Baba Voss ex machina shows up out of nowhere, takes out the two dudes that are leading Kofin out there to get slaughtered. I mean, there's no way. If I can see and two guys who can't see are escorting me out to the slaughter, I mean, I guess he doesn't really technically know. He thinks they're letting him go. But I'd figure out a way to squirm my way free or something like that. But yeah, Baba Voss shows up, axes off their heads, I guess, off camera. We see some slow motion there. This scene was just kind of silly. I mean, how does Baba Voss get over there? How does he know where they are? How does he know what they're doing? You know, for all he knows, they could be freeing him or something, and just killed some regular old soldiers. And I just kind of laughed, and I was just like, you know, this ex machina stuff, when basically the hand of God reaches through and saves somebody. I mean, that's kind of what happened here. Very, very disappointing. And I just wish that maybe the scene would have run a few seconds longer, where they actually put him on his knees and the guy actually took out a gun, and then maybe there was a moment there visually where Baba Voss could hear, I almost said see, you know, the commotion, but and kind of rush in and save him. But that just kind of happened very quickly, and you know, that was disappointing. So what else we got? So we find out that Edo Voss is the general who wants the kids. I guess apparently has Hanawa now, and I guess this is Baba Voss's brother. We're sort of finding all of this out. This is all setting up for season 2. Are you on board? Are you ready for season 2? I don't know what the release dates are for these. I'm sure they'll try to get them out kind of quickly. Strike while the fire is hot. Maybe it'll be like March or May or April or something, 2020. We'll have to see. What else we get here? So Margaret and Queen Kane, they take over the troops, and they're like, hey, let's march over to the Lavender Road. I guess they want to hook up with Jerlamarel, and they want to save Margaret's kids, and group up their armies with him or something like that. We're going to find out more. Again, this is all cliffhangers leading up to season 2 here. Not a lot of stuff found out in season 1. It's almost like this was just like a trailer, a big giant trailer for season 2. And then Baba Voss, Paris, and Kofan, they travel to Travates. They're going to try and rescue Hanawa themselves, do a little recon in season 2. So I wrote down here, again, and I've said this already, that it feels like everything was rushed. Everything was kind of blasted through. On the pros, visually, the episode was stunning. I mean, everything was pretty to look at. I enjoyed the cinematics, and it was cool to see the different tribes and the different costumes and things like that they sort of introduced. But I didn't think that we got a lot of good pacing, a lot of good, like, the world building. Even though they introduced a lot of new things, it was really quick, and it was almost like it could have been a montage at the end or something, which they've kind of done some montaging already. But overall, I enjoyed watching C. I'm glad that Apple TV Plus went out and gave the show a shot. It would have been nice if it was just like better pacing, and things just weren't just like thrown really quickly. I've been reading your comments on some of my reviews, and some of the things we've talked about in my videos, and I've talked about in comments is the fact that it almost seems like they can see. I mean, when they're looking at people, they're looking around, or when they're fighting, they're not stabbing like their homies. They're just kind of, they clearly can tell who's who. It's almost like they have some sort of magic ability. I know some of the characters have heightened awareness. Baba Voss is fighting Jerlamarel in the library there. It almost looks like he could see what's going on. I mean, he's lit a couple times. He actually like ducked right at the moment where Jerlamarel was trying to, punch him or shoot him or something like that. So, and then Jerlamarel gets what he had coming to him, but Voss claws out his eyes there and blinds him instead of killing him. He gets what he had coming to him. So we'll see how Jerlamarel survives now being blind, and he doesn't have since he wasn't born blind, he doesn't have the heightened awareness and senses. So we'll have to see how that goes. Although he's got his tribe of kids that are still going to be loyal to him, they'll probably be able to help him out. So we'll see. So thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna stop this video and then do my review for Servant episode 4 and some of the other Apple TV Plus shows and The Mandalorian. If you guys are brand new, please subscribe. And of course, I want to hear some of your comments and questions about the overall season, the season finale, something like that. For CoinOpTV, thanks a bunch for watching. We'll see you next time.